is ATN Global News for 9 p.m. First, the headlines. Fubara advises naval chief to fight against oil theft. Sanwo-Olu assures new minimum wage scheme for workers. Sirika in EFCC custody over 8 billion naira money laundering probe. FG mobilizes support for environmental financing. ECOWAS AU plan to stop coups with regional security. Ihena Cho plans to leave Leicester City this summer. William Uchimba says he stopped gym because of heaven.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on ATN.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human trafficker.
Honorable they are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought very firmly.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong.
Now the news in details. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has advised the Nigerian Navy to be firm in the fight against all forms of economic sabotage, particularly crude oil theft in the nation's waterways. The governor said with delight the positive results already recorded by the Navy in the state, due largely to the tremendous support it has received from his administration. Governor Fubara, who disclosed this when he hosted the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, on a courtesy visit with his delegation of top officers of Navy High Command at Government House in Port Harcourt, said Nigeria was facing a myriad of crises, including economic challenges, rising insecurity, and criminal activities that threaten the national economy, which should not be overlooked. A statement issued by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Nelson Chukwudi, said, "The good news of the reduced level of oil theft in Rivers State is evidence of the many positive things that are happening in the state beyond the much-hyped negativity, and assure that such positive achievements will be sustained." Onumbam dynasty of Ogbunabali in Rivers State celebrated the 85th birthday of Her Majesty Dame Hannah Aguma. The birthday service of Her Majesty Aguma was a sight of splendor at the Covenant Chapel of Ogbunabali in Port Harcourt, Rivers State capital. The birthday occasion was graced with prominence, elegance, and individuals from different walks of life in groups which have had the influence and gesture of candid service of Ma Dame Aguma. Highlights of the Thanksgiving service include prayers and hymns, Holy Communion, exhortation from the Holy Bible, and a sober reflection on the life of a living icon, Dame Hannah Aguma, including the cutting of cake to mark Mommy's 85th birthday.
This wonderful family, blessed by God. So we give a J.
The clergy Right Reverend Wisdom Ihunwa in his exhortation from the Bible book of Psalm 66, 8 to 14, stressed on the need for Christians to lead a life of good example in praise and worship to God.
When you call upon him as a child of God, he will answer. God is not deaf. God hears prayers, as attested by the author of this psalm. The psalmist calls on all to praise and worship God. From verse 1, you will see there was a call. It says, shout with joy to God, all the earth. Sing to the glory of his name. Make his praise glorious.
In a remark, Ma Dame Aguma thanked families, friends, and members of the cathedral for joining her in the landmark celebration.
My Lord Bishops, my Minister Bishop, my maternal Bishop, you know yourselves. My cousin, Very Reverend Aka, you know yourself. I cannot say anything about this.
Also speaking, Ego Aguma said families and friends have always been supportive to the family and commended the mass turnout to congratulate Ma Dame Aguma.
Say a very big thank you to my Lord Bishop and very good friend, Bodo Iwon, my uncle Bishop Bodo, and Archbishop Blessing actually sent his greetings. He's having his
Stakeholders, friends, and family well wishes also express gratitude to God Almighty for keeping Grandma Dame Hannah Aguma.
She has been very wonderful, and she said today she is celebrating God because she's a woman who I think all through her life has been in the church, making sure that she's rendering her service. So we are really glad and we give God glory for today. We are here to celebrate her and to return glory to God for 85 years. It's quite an amazing thing, and it's something that is worth celebrating. And we commend the children for what they have done, and pray that God will keep her to celebrate many more years.
The celebrant is my grandmother, so happy 85th birthday, grandmommy. I'm really grateful that you are alive, that you have lived a life that is exemplary, a life that has shown strength, even in the midst of adversity, in the midst of excess and lack. You have just been strong, you have been steadfast, and I pray that the Lord continues to bless you, bless your household, bless all your descendants, and that your legacy will live long. Happy 85th birthday, grandmommy. I love you.
I just say thank you. Thank God for everything. That today she's 85. It's not an easy journey, but looking at her, she's still strong. We wish her many more years ahead.
Chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Imo State, Sir Chidi Dike, has described as unfortunate the exit of a former governor of the state from the party. This is coming after Ihedioha, a former deputy speaker of the House of Reps and a stalwart of the PDP in Imo State, dumped the party on Tuesday alongside his supporters, while Sir Chidi Dike said it was regrettable, adding that the rumor of Ihedioha's planned exit had been rife before he made the official announcement on Tuesday. The Imo PDP chairman, however, said the party would not allow Ihedioha's exit to dampen its morale. Former House of Representatives member Honorable Sylvester Ogbaga has dumped the People's Democratic Party in Ebonyi State. Ogbaga, who represented Abakaliki Federal Constituency of Ebonyi State from 1999 to 2023, disclosed this in a resignation letter dated April 24, 2024, addressed to the chairman, PDP and Mengo Enyigba, word and copied to the LGA and the state chairman of the party. He said he resigned from PDP after a careful evaluation and consideration of the current political state of the party, adding that he has remained a member of PDP since 1998 and have contributed his quota to the development of the party with huge sacrifices and support. He emphasized that the decision is personal and thanked the party for the unique leadership style and support. Enugu State Governor Peter Umba has applauded President Bola Tinubu on the return of 14 luxury assets to his state by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The EFCC chairman Ola Olukoyede handed over to Umba 14 properties initially forfeited to the federal government and now ceded to the government and people of Enugu State. During the assets handover, Umba said those assets were forfeited to the federal government and also lauded Olukoyede's initiatives for making the EFCC a strong institution and cautioned against attempts by some individuals to distract the commission. Meanwhile, speaking before the handover ceremony, the EFCC boss, who disclosed that the road to the forfeiture dated back to 2007, said the event spoke of the mutually beneficial relationship existing between the federal government and the states. Olukoyede said the recovered assets testifies to a symbiotic relationship that should exist between the federal government and the state governments. Lagos State government says its administration is set to distribute food items to 500,000 households in the state through unions and local governments. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu disclosed this at Alausa in Ikeja while giving an update on the intervention the state embarked on to ameliorate the economic hardship on the people occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy and the depreciating value of Naira. Sanwo-Olu said his government is setting up a lot of verticals where they can help and assist citizens to be able to access food at a cheaper rate and be able to give succor to citizens in health, education, food security, in all areas where there are social interactions with citizens. He also said in the last 6 weeks, his government had packaged foodstuff which will be distributed through the local governments, community development associations, religious bodies and all various stakeholders and ensure it gets to the vulnerable in the society. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the state government will soon roll out a new minimum wage scheme for workers who are currently enjoying an additional 35,000 Naira wage allowance since January this year. The governor said those who are currently earning a minimum wage of 35,000 or more now take home a salary of 70,000 naira or above since the beginning of the year. The governor, while giving an update on the intervention the state embarked on to ameliorate the current economic hardship, said this administration will distribute food items to 500,000 households in the state through unions and local governments. Sanwo-Olu said this administration has created 59 makeshift markets outside of the regular markets out of the 57 local government and local council development areas. Lagos State Wastewater Management Office has sealed the office building of Carillion Construction on Victoria Island over alleged illegal disposal of sewage. The State Commissioner for Environment, Kumbo Wahab, who disclosed this in a post on X, said after it was discovered that the building had been carrying out illegal discharge of sewage into the public drainage via a pumping machine, the Lagos State government reiterated a zero tolerance for illegal discharge of untreated sewage and wastewater into the public drains and water bodies, and wishes to advise citizens to desist from the unlawful act and serious act of degradation of the environment. The commissioner also said, and I quote, 24 individuals were apprehended in Oshodi-Oke and Ojota for crossing the highway without using the pedestrian bridge, as well as 34 street traders at Lekki and Victoria Island. The state government warned residents against crossing the highway, saying it was an offense, especially where there were pedestrian bridges, adding that on April 18, a mobile court in Oshodi sentenced a man identified simply as Paul to 9 months imprisonment for not using a pedestrian bridge in assaulting personnel of the Lagos Environmental Sanitation Corps. Governor Abdullahi Sule has approved the appointment of Alhaji Aminu Suleiman as the new Gomo Babye of Gade Chiefdom in Toto local government area of Nasarawa State. A statement by the Secretary to the State Government, Barrister Mohammed Ubandoma Aliyu, said it follows the successful selection exercise conducted on Tuesday, November 7, 2023, and the new Gomo Babye succeeds the late Alhaji Aliyu Babadaudu, who died on Monday, 24 July 2023. Describing the new traditional head, he said, and I quote, Alhaji Aminu Suleiman, the new Gomo Babye, attended Yangmadu Bello University Zaria and Lagos State University, where he obtained Bachelor of Science degree in Social Studies and a Master's degree in Social Works, respectively. Gomo Babye is a first-class traditional chief in Nasarawa State. Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has reopened the Abuja-based Chinese supermarket, which was sealed for not allowing Nigerians into her store. She appeared before a tribunal in the company of her family and estate officials who arrived at the commission headquarters located in Asokoro to defend the allegation of discrimination against the supermarket. This is coming after the ill-fated policy sparked widespread condemnation across various social media platforms, which urged Nigerians to voice their concerns over the discriminatory treatment, while the shop owner in a statement denied the allegations that her store catered exclusively to a particular group and she served residents, workers and visitors from the office building, irrespective of nationality. While giving an update, the estate assistant facility manager Sanusi Shuaibu said the issue had been resolved and officials of the commission had unsealed the grocery store. Federal Capital Territory Police Command has made clarification on the video clip circulating online depicting a robbery incident which purportedly occurred in Abuja involving a right-hand drive vehicle. A statement issued by the command spokesperson Josephine Ade said the police, contrary to the narrative, the incident did not take place within the Federal Capital Territory. Added that upon analysis of the viral video, it was evidently clear that the robbery incident did not even occur in Nigeria. According to her, the conclusion was drawn from the vehicle registration number, plate design, and the steering position of the vehicle, which is right-hand drive. The Commissioner of Police, FCT, CP Bennett Igwe, has advised those circulating the video to desist from such actions as it may cause apprehension and unwarranted panic among the populace. Social analyst says the inmates who took advantage of the rainstorm to escape from the damaged correctional center in Niger State have erred and deserve to be returned and punished. Speaking on Atlantic Society Watch, a social affairs analyst Emmanuel Weke said that the fled inmates lack integrity.
Inmates that took advantage of the natural horror
disaster.
They have erred. They've not shown. They've actually shown that they deserve to be in prison. You know, because anybody that has integrity would not take out usurp. You know, you're under legitimate hold, so they should not usurp that extraordinary opportunity, as it were, to escape. There were also prison guard officials that were there when this storm came. Did they run? Did they leave their duty posts? So why not you wait? I don't think, I cannot now say probably the strength of materials used in the building or whatever, because I might not have that immediate competence. But again, storm can attack any level of
This is coming up April 24, stating that the Assembly wants all memoranda and documents relating to financial 2.5 million jobs for Nigerians annually. The Minister of State for Labor and Employment in Kiruka, Onyejolcha, who disclosed this in Abuja at launching of information session of the Labor and Employment Empowerment Program, appealed to all departments and partners of the Ministry of Labor to help in their ends to create jobs for Nigerians.
To inform you that by God's grace, that God has put us in a place where we have to reposition the Ministry of Labor and Employment. So today we want to